This woman walks into my gym, who's a single mother, and brought in a little chubby, heavyweight kid, little overweight kid, and said, and she was a military lady, and she didn't want her son to grow up soft. And she said he get picked on a lot because he's overweight, he has a low self-esteem, he got no confidence, and he can't fight that well. She said, Coach, could I help him? Could you help him? And I said, yes.
He always says to practice hard and the fight's easy, and that's true. Like, we practice about, give or take, 5-6 days a week. We usually come about 5:30 p.m. and it's usually, I'm not gonna lie, it's like 8:30, 9, so it's like 3 to 4 hours. So I should be prepared for that. Like our routine we go through within like a couple months within the fight is pretty laid back. Like I eat correctly, I wake up and I eat like oatmeal in the morning, sandwiches throughout the day, and fruit. And at night I always eat salads or grilled chicken or salmon. Like it's always something light to keep the weight down. Because I walk around at about 175 pounds, but I fight at 160. So it's a big difference. But I will go to practice and we start with stretching. We do like 5-6 rounds of jump roping non-stop, 5-6 rounds of shadow boxing non-stop, heavy bags, mitts, speed bags, and then we usually spar about 4 times a week. And then, well, about 2 or 3 times. Then once the fight comes about 2 weeks, that's when it gets hard. When it gets real hard. Like 2 weeks before the fight, you can't eat nothing. Like you're getting choked for drinking too much water. Like it's crazy. Like it's really not healthy, but we do it anyway. But the practice go from 4 to 5 days to 6 days a week. Definitely like 2 weeks of the fight. Sparring goes about 2 times a week, about 4 times a week. I remember as a kid, even now he has me sparring with grown men. I remember as a 15-year-old when I was fighting, I was sparring with like 25 minutes, 25-year-old man. By the time I get in the ring in a fight, it was nothing capable. But he's always safe. He always kept us, make sure that like he would never let us spar when he's not around. He would never let those older men go hard on us. Sometimes he would tell us to be soft because he always had us train like that. But I guess the craziest thing when it comes to fighting, when it comes to sparring, kind of getting ready for fights, it's like during the week of, when I tell you can't eat nothing but salad, and like the 2 days before, you can eat like maybe 2 pieces of fruit and like a water bottle, like legit. And the day of, you can't eat anything. And then you go to the weigh-in, like get there, you know, to wear weigh-in, and right after we always go to Corral or TGI Fridays, eat nothing but pasta. What gets me hyped before a fight? I do love the food the day before, but I guess you just get the regular, just the nerves. And I know when I get there, I see my family, my girlfriend, sometimes my friends. But it's just, I do better in front of crowds. I'm like the opposite of stage fright. Like I feel like I do a lot better when lights are on. It makes me like I can't look bad in front of these people because I know how hard I work by myself. I'm gonna be damned if I look like I'm doing really bad in front of people. So I mean, when it gets hype is like I know Coach will we'll sit in the locker room, he'll wrap my hands, talk me up, like you trained this hard, like you come this far. Put sponges on my hands, put the gauze on my hands. I'm listening to music. I guess I just get hype with just. I kind of like just make myself a little angry. I know it sounds kind of bad, but I do because I just think of just how this other guy thinks that I'm a chump. And how he doesn't know how hard I work, there's no way he outworked me. I guess just thinking of all the training I've been through, and I guess, not just that, but I guess what makes it like, I can tell you real quick, just me and my mother, kind of goes off like a different subject, but me and my mother, she's a single mother. And my father, he wasn't around for a while, we eventually came back, and thank God for him to come back, but for a while, it was just me and my mom. So when I started boxing, we actually were homeless. A lot of people didn't know that. We were homeless for about a year and a half. All between from 8th grade to like almost 10th grade. That's what the time my father would come back, and I think I did. But I always think back to that and what we go through now. That I'm so good at this, and there's good money in it too. I enjoy it. Not only do I enjoy it, but I can make a lot of money in it too. And what gets me hype is that with doing this, I can provide for people. I can provide for my mother, provide for myself, get her out of the one-bedroom apartment with the bills, and this and that. You know, that's my father. And I just feel like I can protect other people besides just me. As a culture misfit, I know from modeling with you guys, it just means being different in your community, being yourself. I guess just as a kid, people never really, because I'm always the one smiling. I smile, make jokes, and then people never really knew the stuff I went through. Never really knew the fact that me and my mom were alone. Me and my mom were living in and out of a car. Me and my mom, like I grew up in Kennesaw with my mom, and then sometimes I leave my dad and grow up on the east side of Atlanta. So like I would get bullied and picked on a lot. Like sometimes I would fight every day just to make it home from the basketball court. A lot of people don't know that because I'm the pretty boy that models and stuff like that. And I guess just when it comes to this, I can be myself. Like I know in my heart that like I'm a tough kid, and I feel like sometimes I have to prove that to people sometimes outside, and this is the one place where I don't gotta prove it. It just shows itself what I've been through. Every time I punch a bag, you can just tell by the effort I put in that I've been through something. Just like literally a lot of people that box have been through stuff. Like some of these people that you find in here, like some of like the strongest people, some of the biggest warriors you'll ever meet. Like the story that you'll never be able to tell what they've been through. But as a fighter, you can learn just how they hit a bag, how they hit a mid, all the emotion that's coming with it. So I mean, what makes it me a coach mentor with this is just that I guess like by day I'm just like a smiling, happy college kid, and by night I'm just in here just tearing up stuff. So I mean, it lets me really be myself and get like the stress off and everything like that. One thing I'll leave people about what I do. I guess when it comes to being like a cultural misfit or coming to being just a person striving to do anything, is that it's never too late to do something. And just because you started late doesn't mean you gotta work twice as hard. I was always a kid that started stuff late because I couldn't afford it. I feel like I should start boxing earlier, probably better now, but I should, like my mother always told me I should hang on to that. Because there's some boxers I fight out here that have been boxing since they were like 5, 10 years old. I'm like, hey, no, I'm gonna get as good as them. But I guess just to tell people, when it comes to anything, school, football, basketball, singing, dance, whatever you do, just always put 100 into it like you're all the time. Just because you started late, but just because you don't have the same tools as somebody else, work with what you got, put 100 into what you got. And I can promise you, just from having my hand raised in a ring next to a guy that I know has probably done it way before me, when you put 110% in something, and you say in your mind that nobody's gonna work harder than you in anything that you do, and you already consider yourself a champion, you'll perform that way. And I guess just to tell people to never give up no matter what circumstances, because I've been through a lot. I've done a lot besides of boxing that a lot of kids can say they've done. I'm grateful for it. I thank God for it every single day. So, I guess that's what I believe.